Good morning, children. This is subject mathematics, class 10th, chapter number 3, pair of linear equations in two variables, and lecture number 1. Before I start explaining you about pair of linear equations in two variables, I want to make you recall the previous knowledge. For this, there are key points written over here. Number 1, algebraic expressions. Number 2, equation. Number 3, linear equation in one variable. Children, you must be having the knowledge of these three concepts before we switch to pair of linear equations in two variables. So let us start with algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions are those expressions in which constant, variable, and different fundamental mathematical operations are present. Means variables and constants must be connected to each other with different mathematical fundamental operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For example, if I say 2x plus 3y minus 7, so this will be known as algebraic expression. Let us switch to the next point, that is equation. When in any of the algebraic expression there is equal to sign written with some expression written on LHS, that is left hand side, and another expression written on right hand side, and there is equal to sign mandatory between both the expressions, then that will form an equation. For example, if I say 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. So here one expression you can see 2x plus 3y is on left hand side and only 7 is there on right hand side. So this will form an equation. Fine. Now let us switch to the next concept of recalling linear equation in one variable. Here you can see in this equation there is only one variable present. I am going to read it out. 5x plus 18 is equal to 3 plus 4x. Here children, you can see that this is complete equation. Whether it is equation or not, let us check. There is one expression written on left hand side, another expression written on right hand side, and there is equal to sign also between both of them. And you can see that there is no other variable other than x. So this is linear equation in one variable. And why I am calling it linear? Because here there is only one variable present and the exponent, or I should say the power of that variable is 1. Fine. This I have explained you in linear polynomials as well. So how to calculate the value of x through this linear equation in one variable? Variables must be put all together. 5x will remain on left hand side only. This 4x I am going to take on another side. It will become minus 4x is equal to 3 will be written here and plus 18 will go on another side. It will be minus 18. So 5x minus 4x has become x. 3 minus 18 has become minus 15. So through pair, only through this linear equation in one variable, we can just calculate the value of one variable. Let us switch to the main concept of class 10th now. This is pair of linear equations in two variables. Look, this is a generalized form, or I should call it a standard form of pair of linear equation in two variables. This is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. This is equal to 0, children. Through this you can judge, yes, this is really an equation. And because x and y both are present, so means this is a linear equation in two variables. Why it is linear? Because the power of x as well as the power of y both are 1. Now a2x plus b2y plus c2 is also equal to 0. Here a1, b1 are the numerical coefficients of x and y. Similarly, a2 and b2 are also the numerical coefficient of x and y. c1 and c2 are the constant terms. Or in other words, you can say that a1, b1, c1, a2, b2 and c2 are the real numbers. Fine. Now, let us switch to the next concept, that is representation of the linear equation. Linear equations are represented in two ways, which I am going to cover today. Number 1, algebraic representation. Through the name itself, you can judge very well. Whenever you will be having any word problem given, you are just going to frame a pair of linear equation using algebraic terms like variable as well as constant. So that representation is known as algebraic representation. Basically, this is generalized form na, which I have written here at the top. This is also the algebraic representation only. Why? Because there are variables, you can see x and y, you can see the constant term also, fine. So this is nothing but the, which representation I am talking about? Algebraic representation. Now, next representation is graphical representation. Through the name itself you can understand, means using graph you can just judge whether the pair of linear equations will be of what kind. Like in graphical representation, first of all, it is going to be categorized in three parts. Number one, intersecting lines. Children, this concept you learnt in class 9th also, that you were just going to draw a straight line, because whenever we are dealing with the linear equation, means the graph of a linear equation is a straight line. Using plotting the points, you are just going to draw the graph of that straight line, fine. There you were just going to draw one line only, fine. Here you have to draw a pair, because we are dealing with a pair of linear equations. So there are three categories. Number one, intersecting lines. First of all, you have drawn a Cartesian plane. Children, you are very much aware about it, that this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Here I have written x, this is x dash, this is y, this is y dash. Fine. There will be definitely four quadrants because we are dealing with Cartesian plane. Okay. So here I have just drawn two intersecting lines so that children, you will come to know what will be the shape of the intersecting lines. They both are going to be intersecting each other exactly at one point. Here you can see. Fine. Now I am going to switching to the next point, that is again the representation, graphical representation of a pair of lines using parallel lines only. Means when you are going to draw two lines, the lines can be parallel also. Fine. Here in this case, there will be no solution existing, because lines are not going to be intersect each other. There will not be any common point between them, so no solution will exist in this case. Fine. Now the next is coincident lines. Coincident lines means after taking the points or after plotting the points of one line, then again you are going to take the plotting the points of the another line. One line is going to overlap the another line. Means one line is coinciding the another line. So here there will be infinitely many solutions exist. Fine. And in case of intersecting line, as I told you that they both are going to be intersect exactly at one point. So only one solution will exist. Fine. This is basically the next concept which I am going to take in my next lecture. So right now we are just going to deal with the Cartesian plane and how to plot the points on the Cartesian plane using the pair of linear equations. So let us switch to the very first question of exercise 3.1. Question number 1. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times, or I can call it thrice, as old as you will be. Now you have to represent this situation algebraically. Algebraically, you know that whenever there is the presence of variable and constant, so that expression is known as algebraic expression. And the graphical representation means using plotting the points. You have to draw the bar graph of this situation now. So I am just going to keep it parallel so that you can understand. Just understand it once. Sorry. So let the Aftab's present age be x years. Fine. His daughter's age I have taken as y years. What is given in the question? 7 years ago. So can you tell me what will be the age of Aftab 7 years ago? Yes, it will be x minus 7. And what will be his daughter's age? 7 years ago, of course, she will be 7 years younger. So that will be y minus 7. What is said in the question? 7 years ago, Aftab's age, this is x minus 7. This is his daughter's age, that is y minus 7. Aftab was saying to his daughter that he was 7 times of his daughter's age. So if I am going to multiply his daughter's age by 7, so means the ages of both father as well as the daughter will become same. Because I am going to form an equation. So definitely there is a sign of equal to required. Now I am just going to solve this equation. X minus 7 will be written as it is equal to 7 into y will become 7y minus 7 7s are 49. X, this 7y will come on another side, means will come on LHS, that is minus 7y. This minus 7 is going on another side, will become minus 42 now. Minus 49 plus 7 will become minus 42. Now, according to question, we are dealing with the second situation. 3 years later, 3 साल के बाद. So, can anybody tell me what will be the age of Aftab after 3 years? If I am X years old right now, so definitely my age after 3 years will be X plus 3. In the same manner, Aftab age is X plus 3 and his daughter's age will be Y plus 3. Now, what is there in the question? Aftab is saying that his age 3 years later will be thrice of his daughter's age. Means this age was thrice. So I am going to just thrice his daughter's age so that both the ages will be equal. So x plus 3 is equal to 3 will be multiplied by y. This is 3y plus 3 3s are 9. This is x. 3y I have brought on this side. This is minus 3y. And this 3 has gone on another side of equal to has become 9 minus 3, that is 6. Now this is equation 1 and 2. They basically both are the algebraic representation of pair of linear equation which is demanded in the question. Now I am going to switch to the graphical representation of the same. Look children, these both the equations x minus 7y is equal to minus 42, x minus 3y is equal to 6. I am going to write here. This is the very first equation. X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. Through this you have calculated the value of y. Fine. This 7y I have brought on this side. This is x plus 42. 7 will be divided by it. Now you just keep on taking the different values of x so that I can get the different values of y. You children are very much aware about this concept. So I am putting x is equal to 0. This has become 0. So 42 divided by 7 has become 6. So y is 6. Similarly, I am putting here 7. 7 plus 42 will become 49 divided by 7 again has become 7. Now I am putting here 14. 14 plus 42, when you are going to add them, you will be getting the result y as 8 after dividing it by 7. So these are the 3 points which I am going to plot over here on the bar graph. Now this was situation number 2. In the same manner children, you have to keep on taking the values of x and will keep on getting the values of y. See, the very first case is if I have taken x is equal to 6. So 6 minus 6 will become 0. 0 will be divided by 3 will be 0. Similarly, 12 minus 6 will become 6. 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Now I am putting here 18. 18 minus 6, 12. 12 divided by 3 will become 4. So 6, 0, 12, 2, 18, 4. These are the points which I am going to plot on the bar graph. Now you understand this please carefully. I am talking about bar graph number 1. Please focus on it only. Here you are going to plot a Cartesian plane. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. Fine. Here using these coordinates, I am just going to plot them. Fine. Just to see the very first coordinate. This was 0, 6. When x is 0, means it must be plotted on y-axis. So this I have done. This is basically 0, 6. Fine children. Now I am going to take next coordinate. This is 7, 7 and 14, 8. Here you have taken 7 point number 7 on x-axis. Similarly on y-axis also you have taken 7, 7. In the same manner, you are going to plot 14, 8 also. In the same manner, next line will also be plotted. Fine. After that, you can see here that both the lines are going to be intersect each other at this point. You can call this point, let it be A. This is nothing but what kind of representation? This is the graphical representation of the same word problem which I have just discussed with you. Fine. Here it was said in the question that just express the word problem in algebraic form. Here I have written the algebraic form also, and this is the graphical representation. Fine. Now I am going to take question number. Next question I am going to take. This is from exercise 3.2, question number first, second part. Form the pair of linear equation for the given problem and find its solution also. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50, whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost rupees 46. Find the cost of 1 pencil and 1 pen. So let the cost of 1 pencil be rupees X and the cost of 1 pen be rupees Y. Now what was the condition given? 5 pencils. If the cost of 1 pencil is rupees X, then cost of 5 pencil will be 5X, right? For 7 pens, definitely the cost will be 7Y, and the sum of both is given, that is equal to 50. Clear? Now in condition number 2, what is given? Cost of 7 pencils, that will be 7X, and cost of 1 pen, 5 pens, that will be 5Y. Both are going to be added, has become 46. Through this again, children, from the equation number 1, that is 5X plus 7Y is equal to 50. I have just calculated the Y, value of Y. This will be 7Y here, and this I am going to take on another side. 50 minus 5X will be divided by 7. Now, just calculate the points now. What is to be done? At place of X, I have written here 10. So this is 50 minus 5 into 10. Again 50 has become 0. 0 divided by 7 will become 0. Now here I am going to put 3. Look, this is 50 minus 5 into 3 will become 15. So definitely here what you are going to get? 35. 35 will be divided by 7. You will get 5. So what are the points which will be plotted? 10, 0, 3, 5. In the same manner, for next equation, this is 7x plus 5y is equal to 46. 5y will remain here. 7x will go on another side. 46 minus 7y. So y will be 46 minus 7x upon 5. Now again, here in place of x, I have written 8. 46 minus 7 into 8 means minus 56. So this will be minus 10 divided by 5. You will be getting minus 2. Here into 3 now. So 46 minus 7 into 3, that will be 21. So you are going to get 25. 25 divided by 5, you have got 5. So what are the points to be plotted? 8, minus 2, 3, 5. Now again, this I have plotted on the graph paper which I had. See children, after plotting these very points, let us discuss one only. As I told you, when I am going to plot this point 10, 0, as y is 0 means it must be shown on x-axis. Children, you can see here. Here I have shown this on x-axis 10, 0. Fine. Next is 3, 5. 3 means x will be, your abscissa will be 3, and what will be the ordinate? That will be 5. So this is 3, 5 plotted. Next is 8, minus 2. This one equation I have drawn now. Fine. Another point was 8, minus 2 means abscissa is 8 and ordinate is minus 2. Definitely I have to reach on which quadrant? Quadrant number 4. So this is 8 minus 2 shown here. And the another point was 3, 5. This I have already plotted 3, 5. When I drew both the lines, here I can see that the lines are intersecting and I have got the solution also. What is the solution? That is 3, 5. So what can I say through this? Hence both the lines, line L and M, I have given the name also. They are going to intersect at point A, that is 3, 5. So x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 5. This is the solution of the required, both the equations of the situation also. So hence the cost of one pencil, which was x actually, that is rupees 3. And the cost of one pen will be rupees 5. Understood? Now children, you please note down your mathematics homework. You will have to revise the examples, example 1, 2 and 3, which are there before exercise 3.1. And along with it, you have to do question number 2 and question number 3 of exercise 3.1 of NCERT and question number 1 first part of exercise 3.2. Thank you and have a nice day.